when you get a chance, you don't want to leave it. Come and listen. Come and listen. This time around, it is not actually just experts, but we are also looking at opportunities of funding. The speaker who will be speaking has actually managed to get funding for other youth and women group to a tune of almost $50 million US. So this time around we've done it differently. We collected data from different youths so that we know where you're starting from. Some of you could be doing some business. You know, life now is very hard. Even those who are in the university, the boom is not there, isn't it? And time will come when you finished your college, and after all that, there is no employment. Okay? So you have to be creative and aggressive and look for opportunities. So I hope to see you there tomorrow. How many are coming?
Venue and what time?
Now the venue tomorrow will not be here in this school. There's the other school called Jabali Junior Kileleshwa School. It's just next to Sierra Road, adjacent to Jacaranda Special School. Please come and listen to these experts. The second speaker is also an expert in public speaking and communication. Now, do you know that there are so many graduates who graduate even with first class, and when it comes to employment, they cannot communicate. You cannot communicate. Employers nowadays are looking for go-getters, aggressive, somebody who can communicate, okay? But if you are not taught, or maybe if you don't have that experience, it becomes very hard. Many at times you can be called upon, come and do this presentation, or come and say something, and you know, you just feel you're so afraid, you can't talk, and that's a disadvantage. So come tomorrow, starting from 9 a.m. also through the evening, and we'll have one-on-one discussions, and these experts will take you through. And the good thing about this, we don't want where the routine where we've been doing things, saying we finish the conference, we meet again the next year. No. We want to see where we have started and the outcome. That tomorrow we get to hear, so and so is now doing this and this and this. That's how we grow, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. So you're welcome tomorrow. Jabali Junior Kileleshwa School, Sierra Road, next to Jacaranda. We'll share the address on the WhatsApp group. I think it's already shared. Now, coming back to our topic, PR and rebranding. I say that when you have a business, or you have an idea, what is the ultimate goal for starting a business? Christine?
For me, to make money.
To make money, isn't it? Money is the ultimate goal. So for you to make money, of course, you have to have that business idea, plan your things very well, coordinate, maybe start a company. And then after that, once everything, your system is running very well, then you are looking at the outcome, making profits, and that is the money. So this business, even if you have very good things, maybe you have a very good product, and nobody knows about it. Are you going to sell your products? No. Are you going to sell it?
No.
Now we will look at the current situation and what we had in the past. Even in the past, they used to start businesses and they used to sell, isn't it?
Yes.
But now, the advantage we have now is that we have social media, so things have changed. So through social media, you are able to market your product and be able to be known. Now that is scenario one, when it is a company. But remember, now when we talk about PR and branding, branding is now, once you have done everything and you want your name to be known, everything is going on well. So when you talk about Safaricom, everybody knows the good things about Safaricom, isn't it? When we talk about Google, we know the good things about Google. But do you know you can really build your brand and that brand can be destroyed within a day?
Yeah.
It can be destroyed within a day, isn't it?
Yes.
So, when you have a company, you really have to put in structures in place and ensure that all the hard work you have put in place does not go down to drain. Now we are coming to that. The second aspect of branding I was talking about as an individual. I'm going to school. I want to be a lawyer. In the future, maybe I've worked so hard I'll become a judge or a journalist. Okay? I'm building my CV, I'm building my brand as an individual. You must have seen it on social media. There is this famous lady called Akode. She normally says Akode is a? Akode is a? And it has taken her time to build that brand, isn't it?
Yes.
It is not just a day. It takes time for you to get those number of followers, okay? But at the same time, that brand can be destroyed within a day, okay? So, whatever you do as an individual, what is associated with you, your name, you really must make sure that your brand name is good. Take for instance, one time we had a lady who was a very popular journalist. She was very, very popular. I think her name was Arunga. Esther Arunga, isn't it?
Yes.
She used to come and you see on television and everybody's like, wow. Isn't it?
Yeah.
But imagine, after, whether you have that PhD, whether you have that what, something so small can destroy your name totally, and then you don't have that brand. And nobody will want to be associated with that brand, okay? So that's why even companies, when you have built your products, you have ensured you have very good systems, you have to be very careful on who you choose as your brand ambassador. Because if you choose somebody who maybe tomorrow has a scandal, then that alone also is enough to destroy your brand, okay? So, as you study, know that even you yourself, you're trying to make that name as a brand. That's why nowadays you see employers, when there's a recruitment going on, even before they go into details, they just go into the internet, type your name there, and everything will come out. The youngsters, you're very good at dancing on TikTok, isn't it? Dancing. That dancing is not bad. But do you know that alone can hinder you from getting opportunities? You know that? So, the brand is not just your qualification, it's also your character. Because it takes time for you to build that brand. Another last example of individuals. There was a time we had a judge who had a very good name. I think her name was Barasa. Huh? Nancy Barasa. Imagine you studying until you reach that level, you have the experience, you have everything. And then the sexuality begins at home, the way you behave. So if you are a judge, and just a simple thing of just allowing people to search your back, your emotions has now come out. So whether you studied for how many years, one day is enough to destroy your. Same thing with companies, and also as an individual. So building a brand takes time. Now, coming back to rebranding. Why do companies think of rebranding? We say that branding refers to a process of creating a unique identity for a product or a business through the distinctive features. such as names or symbols. That's why when you see companies like Microsoft, which symbol do they use? Huh? Good. Coca-Cola, it is known for its brand, isn't it? And this one has been there for years. So they maintain the quality of their products. Google, nowadays, everything you want, you just go to Google, type your whatever there. Who doesn't know about Google? Okay? So a brand is an ongoing process. It doesn't end. It's like you keep changing your features. Because if I was just static, as in like, whatever I've had all these years, I stay there. No, you have to keep bringing in new features. So that people now will get interested. What is it that you have new? That's why we have different phones nowadays. After some time you hear another version has come, another version has come. So marketing now comes into play. Now, we have various means of doing marketing so that now you can actually have a good brand. We are talking of social media. And now through social media, current generation, you're very lucky. Because you have TikTok, you have Facebook, you have Twitter. So through all these means, you can be able to market your product. In fact, when I look at social media, the one that is very, very common nowadays in marketing is TikTok. Is there anyone who is not in TikTok? You are missing out. Because that is where we have so many followers and who go into there actually to check what is happening. Now, in the past, people had other means of also doing marketing. The blue band we have today, is it the same like the ones we had that time? No. Is it the same? No. But now, how did they used to market that blue band? We used to listen through radio, and the advertisement will come, and so interesting, okay? And people knew about blue band. Today, blue band is still a brand, isn't it? Yes. So, meaning they have maintained that standard. There was another one called Omo. They used to call it Omo Pika. Omo Pika? Yeah, we had the late Carol Mitoko's sister who used to advertise about Omo, okay? And today the brand remains the same. Maybe just some features like, one time if you used to use that soap, your hands will not have some. At times you wash and then you look at your hands, you feel like, something is not so good like it used to be before. So the features we had in the past is not the same. So when you want to maintain a brand, you really have to ensure quality. Because quality is actually what counts. Now, and consistency. Please mention consistency. Because today if I come to the market, I bring a product and it is so good. And then once I get buyers, I now start putting other things to, so that now I get more profit. For you to be, to increase your sales, you have to ensure you have ensured consistency and the quality is good. Now, confidence elements started 7 years ago. And you can see the brand and the logo and the what, okay? So it is a continuous thing. So in futures, like when you just type confidence elevates, in the background, the things that have been done in the past, the brand continues. Now, there are many challenges also that come with the social media. But with that consistency, if you continue, it is not easy actually, especially for businesses that are starting. And at times, when you want to get into business, you may just think that, let me bring into this product and it will just be easy like that. It is not easy. I've been working here with this gentleman called Russell. He's actually one of our social media marketers. I want to call him here for a minute. is an expert in that line. Just to tell you the challenges. When we started, we had targets. And Russell will tell you, even to get one extra follower, we actually measure every month to see how many additional followers have we. But we are very active on social media. Very active. And there are times you wonder, what is it that we have not done? Business is not easy. Right now you're seeing so many businesses closing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So many. Even the government is struggling. So I'm asking yourself, if you are still sitting there, thinking that you'll finish your degree, and tomorrow employment is automatic, you need to think twice. You really need to think twice and be aggressive and ask yourself, what else can you do? Even the ones who have made billions like Elon Musk, which is from the US. What happened? Because of his association with Trump and the things that happened, now his famous brand, people now started sabotaging and saying, we are not buying. And we are not buying whether you are a billionaire or not. We can finish your brand in a day, okay? So you can have the brains, but if you are not consistent and doing things the right way, forget it, that business can go down. There's also what we call social responsibility. You have made it, your business is doing so well. What are you doing to the society? Are you planting back maybe to support or to do what? Those are some of the things Betty is doing through these confidence elements. Imagine tomorrow, there are experts who have been sponsored to come and train you for free. And you will sit there in the house on TikTok, learn to come. The world is changing. Our times we could finish, come back home and get jobs. Imagine your times. If you did not, maybe at times, even, nowadays we are saying you should work extremely hard, get opportunities even for your children, because your generation. So, at this time, is when now you're so lucky, there's social media, there's internet, you should be researching a lot. And now, other people are already doing this thing. What is it that you are going to do that is different from what this brand is already doing? Because there is no business you do that nobody's already there. There is none. The difference is, you as you come in, what is it that is extra that you want to give me? Even for interviews. Nowadays, degree alone is not enough. The cut-off actually is masters. Is masters and PhD. And when you go for, when they have done shortlisting, because masters candidates are so many, when you go for that interview, first they want to ask you, what is it that you're bringing on the table that will be different from these other candidates? Because cut-off is masters, isn't it? So now maybe the way you talk. You may say that me, I also have this and this. I've done something extra. That is what the employers want to listen to. Getting out of your comfort zone, which is lacking nowadays that the youngsters just want to sit and, it's not going to be like that. But the good thing is that I find this current generation very brilliant, very courageous. You are quite different with our times. You people are bold. So if you decide to come up with something, it's very possible. People like Elon Musk who are billionaires, you know what happened? You identify a problem. Once you have identified that problem, you want to find solution to that problem. For instance, if it's a disease, you know this disease has been killing so many people, like cancer. Now we have very few scientists. Nobody wants to go into medicine and all those kind of things. Identify a problem and find solution. And brand yourself. That's what we are looking I want to give this guy just a minute to tell you how difficult it is. He's become very creative. In fact, on social media, I actually met him from here.
Yes.
I just poached him from Confidence Elevate. I was looking for somebody to do marketing. And the way I saw him, actually he reached out. Meaning, be bold. I saw his message, I went through his profile and said, this is the guy. And since then, he's with other marketers. So, even just you having a product, you need to do extra for you to be able to get resources. That's all.
So, thank you so much, Madam Catherine, for the opportunity. As I said earlier, my name is Russell Otieno. I'm a student at Mary University of Science and Technology, and it's so unfortunate that I'm a teacher by professional. I've never pursued digital marketing, but I saw opportunity that was there. At first, I was doing sports content creation as a hobby. Then later on, after joining Confidence Elevate, I realized there was something in it that now I have to establish myself and build something out of whatever I was just doing as a hobby. Then maybe from 2023, when I joined Confidence Elevate, I gained insights starting from the leadership, growth mindset, and now on the day of entrepreneurship, I was so much inspired, and from there I started thinking of how can I build myself. Now that I'm a teacher by profession, but I also love doing digital sport content creation. So I started establishing a platform in Meta where I was promoting local football and giving young talented footballers opportunity to showcase their talent. Then from there, I changed my page into a brand and I started sharing. And at one point I shared it in the Confidence Elevate WhatsApp group. And then from there somebody saw whatever I was doing. And immediately she called me. And that was Madam Catherine. And she told me that we are looking for someone who can help us promote the Band Sports Academy. That's how wonderful sometimes God can be. Something that I started as a hobby. Now I'm being part of the Band Sports Academy. And of course, as she has said, there's challenges. Building a brand, you cannot build a brand in a day. It has taken some companies to build a brand even for 10 years, maybe without seeing the result. But it's all about resilience, consistency, and having commitment. Confidence Elevator has taught me to believe in myself, to have confidence in everything that I'm doing. And I strongly believe that I'm here to learn more. And maybe to briefly talk about Jabali. So Jabali School is an integrated institution providing education from the playgroup up to the junior secondary. We also have co-curriculum activities where we have the Jabali Sports Academy under the sports department. And remember, we are integrating CBC. So we have good facilities. We have modern training facilities, expertise coaches. We also have a good playground there. Maybe if you haven't had time to interact with the Jabali School just next to the hotel, maybe in the evening you can have a time to see whatever we have there. So thank you so much, Madam Catherine. I'm always grateful. Madam Betty, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, because if it was not for the Confidence Elevate, I couldn't met Madam Catherine. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Russell. So finally, as I wrap up, our ultimate goal is to change lives. Is to change lives. Because as you age, one time people will ask you, what did you do to change somebody's life? It's not just earning money. It is changing lives. We are here as a family. And you have gotten the opportunity to go to school, you study. Tomorrow it will be so good when we sit in a platform and Peter Mbuka here is doing so well, I can borrow money from him. Or somebody else, those kind of things we help each other, isn't it? So, some of us who have been in employment, I'll tell you, it is not just academics. Now you need to start thinking how to make money. These brands you're seeing, the very big brands, were just started by individuals like you who sat down with thoughts and continue to build their brand slowly by slowly. Now, my friend said he would have actually explained much, but at least I've just tried to give a summary. And finally, I think I'll just mention the issue of the PR. This statement, you said PR. Now, PR, just like I've mentioned earlier, you can have a company that is doing so well, and one day you do something that is extremely bad. A couple of months back, there was a lady who went to do a procedure. I don't know what she was trying to do, but I think the operation didn't go well. And she died, isn't it? Yes. And after dying, of course, the company was all over social media. So you, if you've ever gone there, will you go back there again? But now, they brought in their lawyers, and they stood in front of journalists, and started saying, trying to redeem themselves. That is what we call PR. But at the back of their mind, we all know that something went wrong there. So, doing things professionally, having the right experts, and having enough controls is very important. You can find the owner of that business really try to build a business, but maybe it's the employee who has brought you down. So if you have a business and you don't have good controls, supervision mechanisms, that business is not doing anything. In most cases, you have to be hands-on to ensure that the business succeeds. With that, I say thank you. If you have any questions or contributions, you can do that. This was not my line, but I tried. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Kathy. And from her presentation, something comes to my mind when it comes to the way we position ourselves in the